Hey, what's up, everyone? Good afternoon. What's up, everyone? Dubai? How's Dubai? I'm not in Dubai now. Hey, everyone. Should do a Instagram story. Get more people in. Just give me a few seconds, guys. Goodbye, sir. What do you mean? We'll take a look on the charts in a bit. You like the chart from the background? Now people won't say I'm in the bathroom. All right, let's see what we have. This dollar had a big push this morning. All right. So dollar, we're expecting the push from Friday. Didn't really happen on Friday. It happened this morning. Our objective was this high here. So we finally took that out, and now seems like we are rejecting a little bit. So what I do on Mondays, I always look at news. So let me take a look at Forex Factory. That's what I use for news. So we had a bunch of Euro news. We have some PMI news, USD news in about an hour. But let's see if we have anything more important this week. No, we do not. Thursday we have some USD news, and that's about it. And do we have NFP next week? Yeah, we do. So NFP is back next week, which should bring that volatility and the next move. So basically, let's see, because it's interesting. I didn't expect Monday to push that heavily on dollar. So now the question comes, is this just a raid of the highs and price will come back down? Because if you watch, we're still stuck in the same range. So 1 hour is still stuck between now this higher high, but we are slowly, you know, building the bullish structure. So we might just start coming back down and take this liquidity now and be stuck in the same range, and then it's probably gonna stay there until NFP. And NFP is gonna be, when you face the other monitor, we can't hear you very well. All right, I'll try to speak directly to the mic. I just have the chat on the left side, you know. So when I look at the chat, I look on the left side. So Euro, we had this was a paper trade. I mean, a paper trade. We're talking about it in EURUSD chat. If you guys remember, I posted the chart like this is how I would enter, and then immediately went to TP1. Retested, and then we had another drop. Unfortunate, right? We didn't really enter the trade officially, but we had a very nice drop. So I think this was due to news, and also, you know, it was supposed to drop down. But now daily is becoming interesting because we are rejecting the lows again, and weekly looks like it's just from the weekly low to get ready to flip and go bullish. So for my bearish bias on EU, my objective was around this area, right? The lows. I was targeting the lows. Basically this entire area as a take profit, you know, and we already hit it. So from here, I would probably see something like this and price continue to push higher because monthly still bullish, right? We are breaking above this resistance area right here. We are breaking above it, retested the wick down, and now we're pushing higher. Weekly the same thing, still bullish, right? Unless we close on the weekly below this lows, we're still bullish. So this just looks like it's making the wick down to continue higher. Daily, right? Daily, same thing, respecting this level. So depending on how daily candle closes today, if it closes above this level, I would expect tomorrow and this week to continue pushing bullish to 1.12. If we break below and close somewhere like this, then I'm expecting a retest and then a continuation down towards this low at 1.1. So there's two possible scenarios that I'm planning for this week. Last week I was planning the sells on EU. We took a small loss, a 0.5% loss, and price did move according to analysis. It was just a early entry, a bad entry. We got wicked out here. All right. But yeah, that's what I'm expecting. Obviously today we had a move happening. So after an impulse move like this, we usually have a continuation. So what we could expect is a retracement back to the 0.7 on the fib. So a little bit higher, and then price to realign bearish and continue almost towards the lows. 4 hour pretty bullish. Obviously this next 4 hour could immediately come back up, and then next days we will expect a break of the highs, and then we have a low. So we'll need to see how things play out. GU is already pushing towards the high, so we had a drop. So yeah, daily just looks like weekly also looks like it's gonna continue pushing higher. Now comes the question, like, where are the targets? So let's mark, right, we created a low here on the weekly, the high there. We have bigger area right here with a smaller area at the extreme. We're gonna mark this. Daily, we have this nice range. We have this imbalance here, which is a potential target. So I'll mark it like this. So that's basically where I am expecting price to start having trouble breaking above. So let's see what the range is. Range towards that high is still 100 pips. So we still have a 100 pips to the upside that we can look for. So now 4 hour is gonna close bullish. I'm expecting next 4 hour to create a wick down and then flip and continue bullish, to be honest, from this point. That would mean also euro to continue pushing higher. So no sells on EU because GU is pushing pretty heavily towards the highs. Created this nice V-shaped recovery. After coming 4 hour demand zone, right there, taking some liquidity. Nice. This 4 hour is gonna engulf the candle. 50-minute nice V-shaped recovery. See it drop down. Immediate push up. If we have a fib from this low towards that high, straight to 0.7 level, flip zone, pretty straightforward for the students, right? We had a V-shape here with New York pushing higher towards a new high. We got a fib, we got a flip zone, price reacting exactly from there. So this would have been a nice buy entry, but unfortunately I wasn't on the charts for the London session. Otherwise I would probably have taken this even if it's Monday. Was looking pretty good, and now we are taking out Asia high. So basically the move is pretty much done for today. We gotta move down, we gotta move up. Now we need to see if we break higher. And gold is still going up. So those who shorted gold kept shorting gold. Doesn't look like it wants to stop, guys. 4 hours still bullish. I'm not buying gold at all-time highs. Sells, maybe we'll start looking for sells, but keep in mind EU and GU are pushing higher and dollar is going down. You see how now dollar flipped on the 1 hour and is about to close bearish. That doesn't look good for that, but we had a break of structure to the downside on gold, and now we can have the fib drawn out, right? We can have a fib from the high towards the low, and we are at the 0.7 level. Basically this one right here. So I mean, you could play out shorts from this area. If you want to give it a shot, you could. Half risk, not entirely 1% risk. But I wouldn't call it a very high quality setup. It's a reversal trade obviously, but you got a nice, with a 50 pip stop loss, you'll have a nice 1 to 2 if it hits the low. So this will be a trade that I would take on a challenge account, for example, on a phase 1 or phase 2. This is the type of trade I would take. So it's pretty straightforward. Mondays I usually just look at the charts during New York session, do a weekly expectation, see weekly targets, where price could be heading for the next days, for this week, what news we have next week. Now that we have NFP next Friday, I know that this week we'll probably have a move, but we're gonna have a bigger move. So usually week before big news like NFP, we're gonna see a push. So what I'm expecting is price, for example, on EU, I'm expecting this week and next week until NFP to push towards a new high, and then with the NFP to have a bigger drop. That's what I would be expecting based on my experience. So now, because it's Monday, I don't usually trade Monday and I kind of missed the entry, but I'll be looking maybe tomorrow, if we don't take out the highs, to take a trade towards the highs and keep tracking it until NFP. Pretty easy. I forgot to record. Damn it. Well, anyways, it took 10 minutes to do a whole analysis. You know, on the pairs on a Monday. Basically, my job is done trading 10 minutes. Expect EU to take out the recent lows? No, I'm expecting EU to... Oh, now? I mean, GU is pushing higher. Gold is pushing higher. Dollar is going down. You know, it's a bit difficult right now because... Usually because we had an impulse move down, I would expect, you know, another continuation. So I think we're going to have a reaction somewhere around this area and we'll come towards the lows again. Then we need to see if it breaks the lows. If we see this, then what I will wait for is the low to be taken, and then I will take buys from here targeting the highs. That would be a very good setup for me. You know, low created, retracement, another low, and then with the higher time frames to the upside. Hey, look. Been a slow Monday. So there was a challenge account. No, I said that on gold, I will, if I was trading like a challenge account, phase 1 or phase 2, I would probably try to take a sell on gold here with like a 50 pip stop loss at the highs, targeting a 1 to 2. Would be a, you know, risky entry, but could play out. Can you go over that EU? So basically what I'm expecting on EU, because weekly, monthly is still bullish. Weekly is creating the low. So we are not bearish on the weekly, right? We were expecting sells last week because we wanted to see a retracement. And now we had that this morning. But now price seems to be rejecting. So daily, you know, still bullish unless we close below the lows. 4 hour, you know, this is the low that created the high. So it's still pretty bullish for our bullish close. However, because we had such a big impulse to the downside, which was, you know, around 75 pips, it was actually a pretty big move, right? I would expect some kind, you know, of coming back towards the lows. And then if it comes here, then I would wait. For example, if this comes here tomorrow, London session, I'll wait for the low to be taken. And then I will take a buy here to target the highs. Maybe after also taking out this Asia low, you know. I've seen this setup play quite a lot of times. And then with the higher time frames to go to the upside. New York session started right now, 4 p.m. I mean, it's 4:30 basically, but we start looking from 4. You took a EU long? Nice. You caught the lows. Pretty straightforward. On G, what is the forecast? On G is basically now G already pushed, did a very nice V-shaped recovery from that 0.7 level. So the low and the high, we came to the flip zone 1 hour wicks perfectly, and now we came back up. So this will most likely create a new high, 1.33405. Probably take that out pretty soon. Yeah. Unless we come back down again, and then I'll have to wait for 15 minutes to realign here, retest, and then maybe look for that sell down. But now it looks like it wants to take out this high. So again, the rule of counter trend trades is either you have a break of structure price realigning bearish during your session, or you have a recent high or low being taken out, and then you can look for the reversal. EU 4 hour no bottom wick, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So EU kind of moved nice, moved pretty nice. Would you enter gold? Like I said, if it was a challenge, I would enter, because you got that 1 hour, 4 hour realignment, nice fib retracement during New York. So the chances are there to play out. Confirmation candle, obviously, if you want to wait, you could wait for the high of New York to be put in, break of structure to the downside, retest, and then take it from there. That would be, the safest one. But 5 minute doesn't really have any structure right now, only the 1 minute. But you see New York open, making the low. Now it's creating the high, and then it should break structure, retest, and then you can look it from there, just to have that extra confirmation. Do you expect EU? I'm not sure, because GU pushed towards the high, it's pushing quite heavily, but I want to see a reaction in this 0.60 to 0.7 area to see if we could come back to the lows. I'm not trading USD JPY, unfortunately. I'm only trading EU, GU, gold. If you guys want to go over other pairs, I'm only looking for students. So if they want me to analyze a pair, then I will do it. But I'm not trading those pairs. I don't trade Nasdaq. No, I'm not in any trade. Just waiting. Mondays, I don't usually trade Mondays. Mondays, I just do my analysis and plan the week. And then once I have my plan, I just wait for the setup to be developed. If it develops, I enter the trade. I have a very high success rate with that. I will start looking into the futures as well. Want to start looking into futures. Maybe from next week. Yeah, they're higher risk trades, hence not worth taking on a find account. Yeah, I wouldn't take it on a find account because it's a counter trend trade. It's Mondays, like not all the boxes tick, you know. It's risky, so but it is a setup I would take on a challenge account. Now that we took the high, right? What I would do is I would wait for price to realign bearish. So I will wait for something like this. And then try to take it from there or just enter directly, depends. Let's just do a paper trade here, right? So this is not a real trade, this is a paper trade. Just how I would enter on a challenge. Let's say I'll do, 1% risk. Just to see, if it would work out or not. Why don't you like swing trades? I do like swing trades, but I haven't really gotten any good setups. What's your opinion? I don't want to talk about other people, but he's a scammer. Obviously, he scammed a lot of people. He had a deal with a broker. He crashed the accounts. People lost money. He got his cut. And now he's gone. But I just think it's a stupid thing to ruin, because he was, doing live streams quite daily, right? And I don't know, just to ruin your reputation, everything you worked for like a few $100, like a few $100K. I don't know. Why'd you start trading futures? You already agree. Because I can't trade Forex prop firms anymore because I have Fortuna traders. So with futures, I can trade futures prop firms, right? There's no conflict of interest. So that's why I want to get into futures, so I can scale up my capital back up and start earning from futures markets as well. And you can trade EU futures or GU futures. Wouldn't that be a forced entry? Yeah, that is a forced entry. That's why I'm saying it's a paper trade and I would take it on a challenge, not on my live account. Best prop firms, obviously Fortuna Traders. You got 20% off fortunatraders.com. You can use code FT20. Dan, he doesn't trade with prop firms anymore. Or just a few that allow him. But I was making a lot more profits. So they banned me. I don't know if he was making any big profits. Let's look at AUD CAD, sure. Alright, AUD CAD did move up from my last analysis, which was 2 weeks ago. I don't know who asked me, but we got a fib down, 0.7 level, and then up. Well, obviously still going up. We did take out this, was this a monthly high probably? We did take out, this monthly high, so I would stop looking for buys unless we see a break of structure and then a retracement. what you could look for is basically now you have to wait for I want to look at buys right now, even if it's playing out, because you got another push up, but you see the bullish volume is slowly dying down. So I would wait for a break of structure to the downside. So I would wait for something like this, high being taken once again, break of structure, retracement, and then from the same monthly level I would look for sales towards these lows. That's what I would do with AUD CAD, which this setup should develop the next few days. Yeah, EU and GU futures, it doesn't move exactly the same, but it's very similar. If it shows your access has been blocked, then you're from a banned country, unfortunately. The news rule is only on a find account, it's not on the challenge phase. I didn't try Darwin X. I think it's pretty dumb. You get a very low profit split. We can get AU and GU pushed down before. Yeah, that's what I would prefer to see. But GU already pushed quite a lot, so probably EU will follow. It's one of those situations where, you know, one pair is going against the other. But we could see GU taking out this high and then reversing and coming down, and EU would main pushing in the 0.7 and then coming back down towards the lows. What I want to see is something like this, and then I will take buys right here to target those highs. That's a very good setup that I like to take. Yeah, gold doesn't seem to want to stop, you know. That's why I would take it only on a challenge account, because I don't really care if I lose the trade or not. And 1 minute didn't really shift structure. So again, this would have been an entry with no confirmation. If you want confirmation, you can wait for the break of structure. We do have news on dollar in 30 minutes. No, I'm using using Traders Connect as a trade copier. Could you redefine a setup again on EU? Which one? What I'm waiting for? Yeah, because when we have a when we have a counter trend impulse move, a big drop like this one, like a 75 pips, we usually see another low being put in. So we see a retracement to the 0.7, and then price will come back down towards the lows. It's not gonna take the lows, it's gonna stay there, and then we're gonna have a drop, V shape, and then because the higher time frame is still bullish, we could see the setup, and that's gonna be the big push. Because what price does here is create traps, you know, traps for sellers, which is counter trend. So they gave price gave the sellers the move. Now people will keep trying to sell. This will probably overextend a little bit before going down. Take out some more stop losses. They will come down. People will be happy. Will keep selling. We'll give them the liquidity, and then bang. Because people now are expecting a higher time frame reversal, right? I am trading C trader. So for news, you mainly look for dollar to go up. Yeah, which news today? No, I'm not. I don't think we're gonna see any big impact today. Liquidity grabs plus V shapes are deadly. They're the best entries. It's pretty good life. If you had a liquidity grab plus fish shape, but no 4 or 12 hour on your floor, would you consider taking an entry like that? If it's during sessions, if it's during like New York Open, then yeah, quick trade. So do you guys like the chart from behind or not? Tips on liquidity. I have a video about liquidity actually on my YouTube. You can go watch that. See now GU is kind of flipping down, and EU is reacting after touching that 0.62, and gold looks like it's coming a little bit down now. It's interesting. USD CAD. Yeah, let's take a look at USD CAD. Right, USD CAD, we had the fib from Thursday when we last looked, and it looks like it's gonna take this low right here. So basically 4 hour just closed here, so it took out the low. Did it take the low? Let's see. It didn't really take out the low, so I would expect that low to be taken. And then from that point, we could see very similar to EU, right? We could see price dipping a little bit down towards this area, creating that V shape, and then to come back up. Can't really say, because I mean, it does look bearish. Weekly coming down, daily coming down, 4 hour. Yeah, it will probably either react after taking this low, and 4 hour, if it closes bullish, the next 4 hour candle, it will probably keep pushing, you know, towards the high, or this will just keep dropping towards this area. It isn't any high quality setups right now, it's just patience. Got bamboozled so hard by GU. Why? Did you take buys or sells? When you see a V-shape forming, don't sell. Do you see it going to 1.356? 356 is up here. No, I don't think so. If it drops now, I mean, if it drops there, it will drop now. Because if it realigns bullish after rejecting the lows, then this could come up here, right? I like the chart. Nice. How old are you? I'm 25. With I don't think news today is gonna do anything crazy. I don't think news is gonna be that volatile. But if it wicks here, let's say, and then keeps rejecting, then yeah, I would see price going down. But if it comes and closes above this, then we'll have a pullback, and then I think it will probably continue to the upside. All right, GJ. Are you still in sells? Oh damn, it doesn't look good for sells, does it? Or were you in buys? I can't remember. I think you were in buys, right? Or sells. This just kind of realigned bullish, so I don't want to talk about it, yeah. Because monthly right now, monthly is quite heavily rejecting these weekly lows. So it really doesn't look good. Weekly came back up. I mean, this weekly could come down if it reacts from this daily area, because daily realigned bearish. So I would say this can either realign bearish here and continue down, or you can take out the high, overextend a little bit, and then yeah, 193. You got a nice level there. 193.48. 4 hour, they have a nice drop, but still respecting the 4 hour structure. 1 hour, 0.7. Yeah, this will probably take out the high before potentially coming down. That's why I don't trade GJ. Fuck that pair, right? When it moves too much. Fortuna is going well. If you want to join, get funded, fortunatraders.com. And you can use code FT20. And we got Trade Locker coming in. We got Trade Locker coming in at the end of the week, so end of the month. Trade Locker, a new payment processor. It's gonna be nice. Yeah, sure. So EU, I want to see if it reacts from this 0.6207, but that's not going to be a trade that I take. It's just usually when we see an impulse like that, we do see another push down. So I want to see if that push down happens, because now my sales objective were basically finished when we reached these lows. So I'm not really interested in selling again. I'm interested in buys following the higher time frame structure. So I want to see if this reacts from here, comes down, and then the next days we see a nice drop below liquidity, Asia low, V-shape, and I will look for that buy towards the highs. That's what I want to see. Or we get a V-shape and then price keeps going up and there's nothing to do there. That's the plan for this week. Yes, we have C-Trader on Fortuna right now, and we're gonna add Trade Locker, which Trade Locker is pretty nice. Nas, alright, but I have no idea how to trade Nasdaq. Nas is just pretty bullish. But I try to do it the same way. So monthly looks bullish, weekly looks bullish. Just took out this weekly high there after realigning bearish. So we should see some downside happening on Nasdaq. I do think this can, yeah, I think this should come down a little bit towards these lows. 50 minute looks nice. Drop, retracement, should continue towards these lows. That's what I see. I'd see this high here being respected this week. I don't think you should trade hoping that news do anything. When are news? I'm not gonna stay for news. I have to go. When are they? Are they in? Yeah, they're in like 50 minutes. I don't think we're gonna have any big move. But if EU realigns bearish, then we should see price coming back towards the lows. Or if it pushes to the upside, we'll see further upside tomorrow. If you're in EU buys, I would suggest holding them because I think that moves pretty nice to the upside now. Fortunately, I missed that entry. And gold doesn't seem to want to play. Let's see what will happen. But I still think this, I would still take this trade on a challenge account because it should come down. Gold cannot possibly keep, pushing that hard to the upside. Where is it gonna go? 3,000? That would be crazy. You're now 40 pips. Nice. If you're 40 pips in profit, it's pretty nice. Congrats. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for joining the live stream. Don't forget, if you wanna get funded, fortunatraders.com, you can use code FT20, 20% off. If you wanna join our students here in the chat for the next live streams tomorrow and the day after and the day after. Yeah, we'll do another live tomorrow. Let's do London tomorrow. Only for the students, only in the Discord. And if you wanna join, wap.com/NFX. You can use code NFX for that. What time? I will let you guys know tonight. Probably gonna be London Open, so 10 a.m. my time. So thank you guys.